Best is yet to come, but baby, won't you be mine? Wow, 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 wow. The best is yet to come, come the day you'll find. Alright, welcome back to Everyman Hybrid Rambling Part 5. Part 5. Holy shit, I didn't think it was gonna go on this long, but here we are. Little recap, last time, the group's friend Jesse died, and then right after, Jeff's brother Alex died. Well, the last time we left off was on the video Consensus, so, you know, if you want to know what happened there, go check out parts 1 through 4, and also go watch the videos on the channel. And if you want a more in-depth look into the channel, go watch the Nine Mind Everyman Hybrid Explained series. Blink, blop, bloop, whatever. Let's just fucking jump into it. Alright, so we start off, where we continue on, is with the video, 24 months. And, in this video, Habit's got a little message for us. The description of the video reads, 3 friends, 2 parents, 2 loved ones, 2 strangers, 2 co-workers, a brother, his dog, and still no resolution. Alright, now, let's go through the events of this video. Now, the video starts with Evan, Jeff, and Vinny leaving like a nice little personal message just to the fans and to their loved ones and, you know, all that stuff. Evan says that he loves Steph and that he, both of them, you know, because as we know, Steph is pregnant now. But Vinny says something a little interesting here. He says that, you know, as you know, half of the videos on the channel are, you know, them working out, them doing fitness stuff. The other half is them getting their ass beat and losing people that they love. Now that's interesting, because we ended the fitness arc of this. We ended the little, like, fitness series arc of this channel a long time ago. There's some implications there, and I'm gonna go in depth into that right now. So, as we know, there's videos on the channel that they can't see. And what I'm thinking, and that will become more apparent when we get to the end of this video, is that Habit is the one in control of this channel. He decides what we see. He decides what footage gets put up, right? The boys will put up a video and it'll have little hidden things in the video, things that we're not supposed to see. But we do see because Habit allows us to see it. I believe that Habit is like the director of the channel. He's the one kind of in control of it. He's the one kind of, you know, allowing us to see things. And when they put up a video that we don't, when they put up a video that they don't deem, that Habit doesn't deem as important or worthy of being on the channel, we don't see that. So they're saying half of their videos are about fitness, and the other half are about, you know, them getting their ass beat and trying to investigate this thing. That's just what we see from that line. That's not true to us. That's not true to the people watching this channel. So yes, I do believe that Habit is like the director of this channel, and he deems what we're allowed to see and what we're not allowed to see. And I'm going to get back to the recap of this video because that will become more apparent by the end of this video. Back to the recap. What Vinny says in his little speech is that he doesn't really have anyone to help him out except for Jeff and Evan and the people out there, us, the viewers, right? So he thanks us, which is nice. Thank you, Vinny. I love you. That he needs us. Thank you, Vinny. We're here to help. But he also says that, you know, as of recent, they've learned that life really will kick you while you're already down. And, you know, that's sad to hear. Then they pan the camera to Jeff, and all Jeff says is, just please stop watching us. I can understand that sentiment, Jeff. You know, I don't know though. Jeff's going through it, man, which is understandable. He lost his girl. He lost his brother. He lost his parents a year before the channel even started. Shit's fucked up for Jeff. I think we could all understand how he's feeling. And then after that, the video cuts to a black screen with text on it that says, "Have you missed me?" Question mark. And then it cuts to someone standing in what looks like Evan's basement, holding some sort of weapon. And a little Frank Sinatra track plays, the one that I was singing at the start of this video. The best is yet to come, but baby, won't you be mine? Woo. Ugh. All right. So now, after that little part, with the "Have you missed me" text, a little montage plays, mostly of just footage of someone walking through a forest. But there is some little important bits. We get a little bit of footage of what looks like Vinny dead in the street. It's one of my favorite shots in all of Everyman Hybrid. Go check out the video 24 months to watch this montage. It's really good. We see the after footage of Jeff overdosing, where he's laying on the ground face down, and we see if Jeff overdosed, how is he still alive, right? That taps into that iteration theory that I talked about at the end of part 3. And we get to see some footage of someone walking in Evan's basement and they're bleeding. That will come back in a little bit. And then at the end we get some footage that's not in the montage anymore of someone like walking around a pool. And there's someone with a light who's like skulking closer to them. And then it ends after that. But yeah, that's 24 months. Shit's going down, boys. Shit's going down. We pick up in the next video. Dead end with a pulse. Alright, so this video starts out. Vinny and Jeff are in the basement. Vinny's recording. And, they're just trying to investigate stuff. They're looking through stuff. Jeff's kind of, like, iffy about being on camera. Vinny's like, please just let me record this, just in case we find anything, that kind of stuff. There's a nice little moment in this video where they're going through their old outline notes for the fitness videos. And it's just nice. But he mentions that right around the hiking videos when they drop off making notes for videos, right? Which makes sense. They went and tried to film that hiking video, and a little slendy guy appeared, and shit got out of hand. And then from there, shit got really out of hand for them, A lot of this video is Vinny and Jeff just kind of talking in Vinny's basement. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's wholesome AF, bruh. They're sitting in the basement, and they realize that Jeff, earlier on in the series, when Jesselyn first disappeared, talked to an old lady. That was Marianne, James Corenthal's wife. And they still have her number, they still have her address, they still have her information. But they haven't gone and talked to her since that moment, and they know a lot more about James Corenthal at this point. So they realize that's their next lead. These boys are big braining right now, and I love them for it. Now, okay, so they call Marianne, and she's not living in the gated community anymore, but the desk lady said that she had known Marianne enough to know that her and her husband, James Corenthal, were going to go move back to the New Jersey area and restore historic homes around the Baldpate area. And they've explored around these historic homes before, so they're onto something. They're onto something here, boys. They're onto something. So a plan has been set now. Jeff's gonna go pick up Evan. Vinny's gonna dump the memory cards and charge up the cameras. He's gonna go look on Google Maps to find, these historic homes around the Baldpate area. And they're gonna head out. Shit's going down, baby. And Vinny dropped a camera in Jeff's bag because he wants to see Evan's reaction for this truly happy moment that they're about to have. First happy moment in a while. So Jeff goes over to Evan's house, and Evan tells him to come around back. But when he gets into the house, things get a little weird. There's music playing, he can't find Evan. Shit's getting a little weird in Evan's place, right? There's music playing, can't find Evan around. He goes into his basement looking for Evan. The lights keep turning on and off in the basement, and every time the lights keep turning on and off, keeps getting hurt, right? Is it Evan? Who knows? Then we get that footage that we got in 24 months, where it's someone walking in Evan's basement with a bleeding from the hand. We get that shot again. And now we are revealed that is Jeff. That footage is Jeff walking. And there's some few things to be asked. Where's Steph? Who's stabbing Jeff in the basement, right? Jeff says, fuck this, he's gonna go, right? So he starts running out. And who is it but Nick? Nick is there, the man that attacked Evan in his basement in the video Outside Help. Well, Nick is there. And Nick says a little something to Jeff. Also in the basement, Jeff finds a little note that says, told you not to worry, and it's all scribbled down and written in weird way, right? Kind of like how Habit writes a note. Kind of like in ML Anderson, how Habit wrote a note to Sean, and the writing was all, scribbled and shit. Yeah. But as I was saying, Jeff runs up the stairs, he sees Nick, and all Nick has to say is, he's got you, man. And then Jeff tries to leave the house, and he gets knocked out by someone. But you get to kind of see who that someone is. It's very clearly Evan. It's Evan. Now, Evan's been acting weird this whole time, but now, shit's starting to come into place. As we saw from that Morse code video, the Habit can take over Evan. Seems it's now Habit's time to be in the story. And also, something that I forgot to mention in the 24 months video, holy fuck, this totally lapsed my brain. The video ends with a little message from Habit that says the beginning of the end. That goes into my point about Habit being the director of this channel and being the one in control of the channel and also kind of their lives, right? Habit has the confidence to say now, this is the beginning of the end, right? Habit states this is the beginning of the end, and the video right after that, he takes over Evan's body and has now kidnapped Jeff. Ugh. That leads directly into the video. Dead end. No, not Dead End with a Pulse. So that was Dead End with a Pulse, but that leads directly into the next video. Not Dead Yet. In Not Dead Yet, Vinny decides to go over to Evan's house because he hasn't seen Jeff or Evan in a week. So Dead End with a Pulse takes place a week before this video, this current video, Not Dead Yet, where a timeline's coming together. So Vinny goes into the house through the back, and he goes down to the basement, and he finds a table with a bunch of knives and some bloody paper towel on there. And, he's freaked out, as one would be. Finds a bloody tarp on the floor with a chain hooked up to a pole, and then he finds Jeff's shoe. He hears thumping around the house as he's trying to leave, and, it spooks him, so he runs back to his car and he leaves. And that is Not Dead Yet. Alright. Now, on the 7 Trials of Habit Twitter, he sent Green Feathers, one of the fans of Everyman Hybrid, out to go find a thing called Box 6. Now, in the box 6 video, Green Feather goes out into the forest. He finds a few items. He finds a little, like, makeshift tree contraption with a ladder and stuff. He finds a box. He finds a knife. And he finds some tinsel. But in this video, Evan shows up, acting all weird. And it's just a great video. I'll put the box 6 video down in the description so everyone can go watch it. It's one of my favorites. There's just some great parts in there. But yeah, Evan threatens Green Feathers, is like, hey, take those items, and eventually, take that knife, and you're gonna want to keep that knife on you, because you're gonna be seeing me again soon. And that's the box 6 video. After that, we move on to the property. This is a Vinny solo mission. He goes to the tree at Ballpate, and he starts investigating around at those historic homes that they were originally going to go to. But the property video is a big fucking video. So Vinny's traveling around these houses, and shit starts to get really weird real quick, where he goes into a bathroom and appears, when he walks out of the bathroom, he appears in Jeff's house. But then there's some weird shit going on where, he goes, Jeff's pantry is in Vinny's bathroom. He walks out of one room, goes into Evan's house. He walks out of one room, goes back into Jeff's house. Walks out of another room, goes into Evan's basement, and then at one point he goes into another bathroom, and there's one of my favorite scenes in the whole series plays. But the property is one of my favorite videos on the channel, so go check it out. Where Vinny goes into a bathroom, and then these baby crying noises start playing, but they're all weird. And he hides in the shower, and when he appears out, he's in another one of their bathrooms. When he walks out, he goes down some stairs, and he appears in Evan's basement. And in Evan's basement, he sees a different version. He sees a different iteration version of Vinny, Jeff, Steph, and Evan. And then he goes up some stairs and he sees the Slendy guy. And the Slendy guy falls down some stairs, hurts himself. He gets a big owie after seeing the Slendy guy. Then he appears back in some random hallway, and fucking Slendy guy's about to attack him, but then he gets pulled through a doorway by a man, and this man is Dr. James Corenthal. Corenthal starts talking about, he leads Vinny over to this little park bench, and they're out in this nice little wooded area, and he starts talking to him about, this is my Eden. Took me a while, I carved it out, worked at it. We're in the monster sanctuary, Vin. He's talking about, it's good to see you, son. Right? Corenthal just saved Vinny from a big monster trying to eat him, right? And, he's talking about, your brother and your sister are here. Which will make sense in a little bit later, and I will get into that in a little bit later. He's just talking to Vinny, having a nice little, one of those wartime buddy chats that they talked about in the Morse code video, right? He's just explaining that this is the monster sanctuary and you can't stay here for long, but it's nice to see you, and You know, when you start feeling a bit better, we'll get you out of here. And then he leads them back to the property. But when he's doing it, he opens up this door and he leads Vinny out. And he fucking shoots Slenderman with a revolver. It's fire, dude. It's so good. Before he shoots Slendy with the revolver, though, he gives Vinny some information, which is don't trust him, don't work with him, don't do anything like that. If you see him, don't try to kill him. If you see him, you tuck your tail and run, right? Shout out Dr. Corenthal. That's a good dad right there. It also says something about missing you kids. So we're starting to get a little bit of a, you know, the Mining Town 4 was named Evan, Jeff, and Vinny. And Stephanie. And they lived with Dr. Corenthal and Marianne. And, now, you know, he's talking about I miss you kids when he's talking to Vinny. Starting to piece something together here. We got iteration cycles, right? We got a Candleverse version of Evan, Jeff, and Vinny and Steph. We got all kinds of stuff, man. We got all kinds of stuff. The pieces are starting to come together, baby. And when Corenthal shoots Slendy, they appear at the tree at Baldpate. And Corenthal pretty much says, I gotta go. You're staying here, but I gotta go. It's nice to see his son. They have a little hug. It's a very wholesome moment. It's beautiful. And that leads directly into the next video. Moving in. This is gonna be a little Habit double feature. Right? So now we're back to Evan. And Evan's got one of those little camera goblins now filming for him. So Habit can use his body and, you know, do everything. So technically this is Habit. This isn't Evan, this is Habit. Right? But in the video moving in, it's just Habit walking around a house that we've never seen before. It's just trying to find a good filming location. Right? Go and watch and also they have all caps titles. I'm gonna kind of breeze through these videos because I really just want you guys. I'm gonna kind of breeze through the events of these videos, but I am gonna talk about how these videos make me feel and how much I love them. But everything starting from like the property to now is like some of my favorite shit on the channel. So go and check out the Everyman Hybrid channel and watch this shit, man. It's so good. So, you know, moving in. Habit's finding a good filming location in the house. Now the next video is just titled Smiley Face. Little colon D, right? That kind of smiley face. So that smiley face, right? And in this video, Habit kills Jeff. Habit fucking kills Jeff. Ugh. And he explains how the monsters kill people around you to whittle you down, to make you weak, right? But Habit kills Jeff using Evan's body. And the video after that is titled Next. In this video, it's titled Mr. H Presents the Cleanup. And there's some stuff in here. Habit kills Steph. He eats the baby. He kills Steph. He eats the baby. You don't get to see that, but in the next video you'll know why I say he eats the baby. He kills their friend Daniel. He threatens to burn Jeff, or does burn Jeff, we're not sure, to spite Slendy Guy. Yeah. And the next video is titled Wake Up. Evan wakes up. Habit's not using his body at the moment for now. And Evan wakes up and has to live through all the things that happen in that house. while slowly remembering all of the events. And in this video, it's some of the best acting I've ever seen in the series. I will say, in the video, the next video is titled Wake Up, right? All caps title, Wake Up. Some of the best acting I've ever seen in this fucking series, man. Evan pours his fucking heart out into those scenes. There's a great speech from Evan at the end. But what we can surmise is Evan's back, and he still has some of them. He has all the memories. He can remember all of the things that Habit made his body do. He remembers killing Jeff. He remembers killing Steph. He remembers eating the baby. But it's all like a dream. It's like he remembers it, but bits and pieces, right? And at the end of it, he says he's going to kill himself. And we get that in the next video, Isolation, where Evan goes off, and he's gonna kill himself by fighting the rake in the forest. In this video, we see Evan leave the house. We see him driving around, and music keeps playing on his car, even though he keeps turning the music off. Habit is yet again fucking with him, right? At the end of the video, you could hear the rake, and a lot of this video is filmed by, a good portion of this video is filmed by another camera goblin. And that leads into the next video, L'Esprit d'Escalier. I don't know what that means, but it's French. I don't know. It's the video right after Isolation and before the video March 21st. Just, go check it out. It's Evan goes to Vinny's house, and Vinny's scared. And Evan explains that he tried to kill himself, and he fought the rake. And he felt his guts come out, he felt himself die, but there's no scars, nothing's changed, right? And Habit and these creatures won't allow them to die, even though Evan wants to die. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. It's genuinely fucking heartbreaking. But, yeah. So yeah, I know I breezed through all of that, but it's just to say, like, oh, and also what Corinthal said in the property, I'm here with your brother and me and your brother and your sister are gonna hold down the fort. That's what I mean, as in, the Mining Town 4, Evan, Jeff, Vinny, and Steph. These kids that share the same name with them. So while the property goes on, I'm guessing the events of moving in, Smiley Face, and Next all are taking place. So that's what I think Corinthal means, is me and your brother and your sister are going to hold down the fort. Me, Corinthal, Jeff, your brother, and your sister, Steph, are all going to hold down the fort. Right? That's what I think he means. But, that being said, go watch all these videos on the channel. They deserve your fucking views. They are genuinely fucking amazing. They're all so good. They have some of the best acting in the whole series. The video Next is hands down my favorite video in the whole channel. It's so, like, funny and also just, like, really good. Music choice is really good. It has it all, man. It's really fucking good. It's an amazing fucking video. So yeah, go watch The Property, Moving In, Smiley Face, Next, Wake Up, Isolation, and L'Esprit d'Escalier. Go watch those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go watch those 7 videos on the channel. Because I am not doing it justice at all, and I'm not trying to do it justice. Go give those motherfucking Everyman Hybrid boys views. Please. Alright, the next two videos on the channel is March 21st and a proposal. And those videos, it's pretty much Vinny explaining that Evan has been back for a few weeks now. They've been hanging out, but they haven't really gotten anywhere. And they haven't really been able, they have nothing. They have no leads or anything anymore. And they're kind of just sitting there like sitting ducks. But Vinny went to a library and he found a book about summoning things. And inside the book there was like a note that gave specific instructions on how to summon a creature. Right? And in the video, the proposal, Vinny is just asking the people's opinion, and he's pretty much saying, I'm going to talk to Evan about this, but I think we're going to try to do this summoning. Right? And that leads directly into the video, a summoning, where Vinny and Evan decide to do the summoning. And I just want to say it. Vinny's fucking stupid. He's trying to summon a creature that he just watched kill all of his friends. So it's fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid, Vinny. But the summoning is, Evan stands there for an hour and 7 minutes, standing in some specific pose. And then, so Evan does it. And then, boom, Vinny appears in a new house with Habit. And Habit's there. He's talking to Vinny. So, Habit starts questioning Vinny on why Vinny would come to Habit. Seems like a pretty stupid idea. Even Habit calls him stupid for it, right? Taunts him a little bit over Alexi. Taunts him a little bit of overdoing the summoning itself. But, he fucks with him a little bit. He's messing around with him because Vinny hasn't really made that smart of a decision. Working with a person that's already killed all of your friends in the most horrible possible ways ever. Seems pretty stupid. Especially since Vinny's the one who suffered the least. He's still the one who's the most all there, And Vinny says, I'm just looking for answers. Habit's like, you're looking for answers, from me? Right? Just continues to fuck with him. And Habit questions him on why that's a bad idea, right? And Vinny's like, because I'm gonna die. And Habit's like, yeah, because you're gonna fucking die. You knocked on my door, you called me. You expect to fucking die, right? Habit asks him, why did you come for me if you knew that death was the only outcome of this, right? Continues to mess with him a little bit. But Vinny says, and Habit's like, why haven't you even tried to fight back against me yet either? Vinny's like, you're the only one that talks, you're the only one that answers me. Habit tells him that, you always stick on one path. Vinny, you're determined, and I like that. I need someone like that. Someone with the determination. Someone who's not afraid to get their hands dirty with a little bit of moxie. And he says that most of his friends now are either a, horrible dog thing or some stick in the mud. That's, horrible deformed dog. That's, the rake. And, the stick in the mud, that's Slendy. You're gonna... Habit likes to call the Slendy guy that stick in the mud. Which I very much... I love that nickname. So I think I'm gonna refer to Slendy guy from here on out as that stick in the mud. Or the stick in the mud. Or anything like that. Yeah. And Habit explains to Vinny that he's gonna keep him around because he respects the way that he came to him. He respects the bravery of it. And then after that, Habit says he's gonna go out for a while. Vinny's like, I saw that there's more than one room made up. Why is that? And Habit says, we may have guests. And boom. That is the end of a summoning. Habit and Vinny are now working together. This could be good, this could be bad for Vinny. Who knows? You know? And that is where we continue on in the next video. Alright, the next video is titled Lexi. Vinny and Habit go to Lexi's apartment, and Habit pretty much explains to Vinny that Vinny pretty much explains to Habit that, whoa. Habit pretty much explains to Vinny that there are people on the inside and people on the outside of this. And that someone like Lexi, someone like Jesselyn, someone like Alex, that's somebody on the outside. That's somebody that these monsters can touch and attack. And then there's people on the inside. And that would be people like Evan, Jeff, Vinny, and Steph. Right? These are people that the monsters let sit and wallow up all the sadness and regret and horrible feelings for a while. And then eventually they strike on them, right? Ugh. And also, in this video, Habit calls Vinny the Guardian, which a little earlier on in the series, somebody had gotten a box. Somebody had found like a chest. There's a bunch of there's like a book called, I can't remember what the book is, but it essentially explains that there's it's called like the Everyman play, where there's 4 different people that are all destined to have things happen in their life, and these 4 creatures correlate over with Evan, Jeff, Vinny, and maybe Stephanie, maybe not. And Habit gives Vinny the title of the Guardian, pretty much, because that's one of these characters. There's also some playing cards that correlated their role to that of the book. That's what happens in the video Lexi. Next video after that is Amuse-Bouche. Now in Amuse-Bouche, they go and visit the guy that had found the chest with the Everyman play and the cards in it. His name is Mark. And so Habit talks to this dude that found all the stuff in the chest, and then he kills him. Vinny tries to stop him. Vinny can't stop Habit. Habit kills the guy. So that's Amuse-Bouche. Now the next video is Le Premier Course. Oh, Le Premier Course has 2 clips spliced in at the very start. I'm going to explain those 2 clips first, from the start and the end, and then I'm going to talk about the body of the video, the whole middle section. So in the first clip, Jeff and Evan are talking, and that's weird because Jeff's dead, right? So this must be like a different iteration, Jeff and Evan, or something like that, right? Jeff's talking about how he got a $20 parking ticket, and he went to the police station. He asked Evan, what time do police stations close? Evan's like, I don't know. Jeff's like, that's a redundant question. Police stations don't close, right? But when he got there, there was no one there. The ending clip is cut further into the conversation, and Jeff's just talking about, life, But then he asks, what color was Jesselyn's hair? It's like this version of... This must be an iteration where Jesselyn still died, right? But it's further along, and Jeff can't even remember what her hair color is, right? I wanted to talk about this start and ending clip first, because I wanted to get into the real crux of this video, which I will do now. Alright, so the real crux of this video, Vinny wakes up in the house, right? He walks out of a room, and he sees Habit sitting on the floor, at least thinks it's Habit, but it's Evan. Him and Evan have reunited, they have a nice little hug, it's a nice little moment, but Evan's freaking out a little bit. He's like, oh my god, he's done so much, he's been hitting you, and, you know, Vinny's like, no, it's fine, right? And then Evan's like, no, not the time, and he has a note in his pocket, pulls the note out, and the note says to check on Evan's back. So Evan lifts up his shirt, and it just says, Vin, comma, grandfather's nickname, question mark. So Vinny tries to think of his grandfather's nickname. All he can think of is like, oh, we called him Grandpa, right? And Evan's like, and then Vinny's like, I can't even remember my parents. I can't remember my house, right? And Evan starts dealing with the same thing. And then Evan starts to freak out a little bit. He's like, you can't take this shit from us. You can't take this shit from us. That's all we have left. You can't take our memories, right? These creatures have been taking their memories. And then Vinny is like, alright, think about your house. He has Evan start describing his house. But Evan starts describing, like, Jeff's house or Vinny's house, right? And they start to slowly piece together and kind of realize, like, it's, you know, it's taking memories from us. It's all one house, right? Vinny comes to the conclusion that it is all one house. It's because of being the video of the property, where he's walking around Corinthal's house, but he keeps ending up in parts of Evan, Jeff, and Vinny's house, and parts start getting weird where it's like Jeff's pantry and Evan's bathroom and just all kinds of stuff like that, right? Yeah. So that's how it associates with that part at the end where Jeff's like, what was Jesselyn's hair, right? Forgetting things that were there, right? Maybe it's kind of like these things don't matter once these side characters, these people who are outside of the game, not inside of the game, like Evan, Jeff, or Vinny, or Steph, right? These people start to disappear, right? These people start to not matter because, and they start to be forgotten because of the iteration cycle that these characters have been going through, where they wake up with new families after they die, after a new iteration resets, stuff like that, right? The Le Premier Course is a pretty big video in opening up that kind of lore. Now, this leads into the ML Anderson and Everyman Hybrid crossover, with the video Three's Company. I've already explained a lot of this in my ML Anderson video, so if you want more in-depth look into that, go check that out. But pretty much the things that you need to know about this video: Vinny makes fun of the camera goblin. He tries to get the camera goblin to speak, and the camera goblin speaks like, and then Vinny tells it to shut up, never speak again type shit. We see Vinny putting some kind of thing inside of the kettle of tea that he gives to Sean Anderson from ML Anderson, and you know that you know, we know how that goes because in my ML Anderson video I'd explained the ML Anderson side of that video. So yeah, if you want an in-depth explanation on that, go check out my ML Anderson video. Go check out a genuine rambling about ML Anderson. But yeah. So we brush over that. And then we would go on to the video Breaking the Lease, which is the next in the Everyman Hybrid timeline. This video starts with Habit fucking around with Sean's camera, which he now has after the events of the video Goodbye, where Habit kills Sean Anderson. And Vinny seems very dejected in this video. He seems very much like the deaths of Mark and Sean are kind of weighing on him now at this point. And he walks Habit to the kill room. Vinny asks about what happened to Sean. And Habit won't answer. He just starts fucking with him a little bit. So Vinny walks towards the front door. And Vinny's like, I'm just wondering what we're doing. And Vinny wonders why why Habit's having him bring people to just kill. Right? And like, what is this doing for the cause? And Habit explains that Sean's death was for bait, and the other one was for a lesson for Vinny. Right? And that the body count is going to pile up, and he's going to have to get used to that. And Vinny says that he can't get used to innocent people dying because of him. Habit tells him that that's the only way that we're going to win, and Vinny says if people got to die for me to win, then I don't want to win. Vinny just says that he wants to leave. He argues with Habit a little bit. Habit opens the door for him. Vinny's about to step out, and then Habit knocks him out. And has him dragged away by most likely a little camera goblin man. And then Habit mocks him a little bit. He's like, oh, I'd rather just die. I'd rather just die than let other people die. When we're this close. Right? And yeah. That's how that video ends. And that is where we are going to leave off for now. This has been Everyman Hybrid Rambling Part 5. We will pick back up with it in the next video. We're getting closer and closer to the end as these videos go on, baby girl. We're so close, BB girl. I know I normally would end off with a bro fist, but I'm just too tired. Bro fist.